Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another thrift store haul. Alright, this is take 2 of this video also because our food came, our dogs wouldn't let my husband get onto the porch because there was a person there, and then he dropped the salsa. So he was mad and he said a bad word. So we're going to start this video over, hopefully with no dogs barking and no husbands cursing. Alright, so we went to a couple thrift stores yesterday. I did. And first of all, it's too hot to live right now in Georgia, and I have barely any clothes on, and you guys just have to love me or hate me at this point because it's too much. I can't keep doing this. But I am very, very interested in learning about antiques and learning about the value of things. Although I have no intention on reselling, I like going out into the wild and trying to find things that other people are thrifting and find value in, and I like learning the different styles, the artists, the companies, and at some point maybe one day I will resell, but I usually get things that I'm going to use in my home and or display in my home because I'm obsessed with kitchen stuff, as you will see here in this haul also. My vibe is 30s and 40s, and so that's very evident in all of the florals that I'm attracted to. So we'll go ahead and get started with the first little thrift store. I like going into this thrift store because they do all of their sales go towards it's a rehab camp, like I don't know how to describe it, but it's for at-risk teens, I believe. And so they have like this little camp that you can go to, and so I do enjoy supporting them. The first thing I grabbed, and they clearly didn't know what this was because they had a votive candle in it. This is an egg cup. If you have a set of these, then you would put your eggs Benedict or your boiled eggs in them, and they would just be in this thing. In the South, we just slap our eggs on the plate and we eat. But this is kind of fancy. They do come in sets, like I said, but this finish is what I was most excited about because I have never, I can't remember the name of this, but it's the iridescent, and usually it is found on items made in Japan, and they're usually muted colors. So this looks gray on camera, but it's actually a really pretty lavender. So the colors would be lavenders, blues, oranges, or like a peachy color. And I can't remember the name of it, but these usually come in pairs or sets. I searched high and low, I couldn't find it, but this I found interesting. And this, if you visit antique stores or malls, this is indicative of where a price tag may have been. So it's not marked, and it is porcelain, but in really good shape. I figured I could at the very least decorate an Easter egg and use this as part of my decor. I generally don't decorate for Easter at all, but maybe for spring I could use this in my decor on my mantle. So that was where I was going with that. I did have a specific item I was searching for, and I do have a notebook full of the things that I'm looking for as I'm discovering what I like and what I want and what you can find at the thrift store. I've made a list. The biggest priority yesterday was for me to find a plain old milk glass vase, and wouldn't you know, at the 2 stores I couldn't find milk glass vases anywhere. I know my grandmother had 1,000 of them, y'all's grandmas, or you might even have 1,000 of them, and any other time that I'm not looking I would be able to find it, but I can't find one. The other thing I did grab there is this macrame wall hanging, and I'm not sure if this was from a store or if it's handmade, but it's the first one I've seen in the wild, and I decided to grab it for the craft room because I like macrame. Alright, and the next thing we got, I have a fondness of teacups. Again, this one had the little twine on it, so it was also in a antique store, I believe. This is by Lenox, and I just have an affinity for teacups anyway. If I had a larger home, I would probably collect them. Like if I had a pretty china cabinet, I would most definitely collect teacups and saucers. But this was all by itself without a saucer. It is Roslyn by Lenox. It is numbered, made in the USA, and it is marked Lenox. But you'll notice with this floral and a lot of others that I'm drawn to roses. My mother's name is Rose, but innately this is just what I'm drawn to, because my decorating style for the kitchen is probably like the 30s and 40s. So with that, there were a lot of florals, but I intend on using this for a floral arrangement eventually. This was super awesome to find. I think I only paid $1 for it. It is not marked, but it is another rose, and it is a little egg plate. I have an egg plate, and it's the big, huge, heavy amber glass, and it just doesn't always match, you know, not that I really try to be matchy-matchy with my dinnerware, but this one is really light and compact compared to that one, so I thought if and when we do deviled eggs, I can just put them on here. And it's definitely got some age to it. It has a lot of crazing. A lot of people don't care for the amount of crazing that you probably can't really see it. There you can a little bit. But it's definitely got some age to it, so I'm excited about that. I might do a Google image search to see if I can find the maker. Okay, so off to the next thrift store. It's like a thrift store, antique store, and it's where I got all that craft stuff once upon a time. You guys are going to be so surprised by this. On the dollar shelf, they had this funky oblong kind of plate, and I am typically in no way, shape, or form ever attracted to mid-century modern. I don't like the 50s mid-century look. I don't get into it. I think it's cute if you're into that, but it's not me at all. But for some reason, it was the thrill of the hunt, and I was like, oh my god, this is my first mid-century find. It was $1, and it's made by Fransican. And I know that some of these can be worth money. I'm not sure if I intend on selling this. I do want to research it. But again, it was just one of those things on the bucket list. I wanted to find a piece, research it, and it just so happens that it's actually kind of cute. So while it isn't my style, I will probably hang on to this for a while. So we got that. This was $1, and it is a Japan bud vase in perfect condition. It is marked on the bottom Japan, and this kind of ceramic is in the style referred to as Otigiri, and they make all kinds of mugs, all kinds of bowls, and these vases, and I thought this would be so pretty to include in my fall decor because it's just really pretty. It's all of the colors, and it was also in an antique display of some sort, but don't know why it was not purchased because I love it. It's really, I've seen this, so many of the resellers on YouTube pick stuff like this up, and I was like, oh, $1? Are you really serious? So got that. Super, super awesome score. I got this Less Monday, More Summer, new with tags. This is a notepad set, and it was originally $3 at Target, but I scored it for $1. Alright. Oh, it kind of matches. Target. What are you doing? It kind of matches the Maggie Holmes. Alright. Also, off the dollar shelf, we got 2 of these little resin frames. They do not have glass in them, which that is okay. I'll probably keep one chippy and paint the other white, and I'm going to do a Halloween print in this one and probably a farmhouse print in this one, maybe Farm Sweet Farm, and use these in my new tiered tray decor. So for $1, yes. Alright, then I was very pleasantly surprised to find these. So these are the little Target houses, you guys. They're all new with tags, and they look to all be $3, although this slim one didn't have a price on it. But let me see if I can not break them. So they were $1. And I got the 3 sizes that they had. Now this doesn't match my living room decor for Christmas, because I do the bright reds and greens and gnomes and campers, but this does match for what I want to do above my stove. So, and they were only $1, so if they get messed up by grease, that's okay. So they're really cute. Got those. And then from the same booth that I got the Otigiri vase, I grabbed this plain lonesome candlestick holder. I am looking for wood. Well, I'm just looking for candlestick holders, and I prefer wood. Don't want plastic unless I get plastic and you know, spray paint it. I'm not sure, but this, I don't have to do anything to it, and this will go in the living room on the mantle because I've started decorating that for fall, and I needed something with some more height. So got that. So that is my thrift haul. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Usually my thrifting is generally home decor related. So yeah, that's where my mind is when I'm thrifting. I'm looking for things like, I'm looking for antique rolling pins. I'm looking for the antique, the vintage wooden spoon and fork that you used to see them in kitchens all the time, and Hobby Lobby has them new, but I just don't want to pay that price, and I want something truly vintage. So those are the things I'm looking for when I'm out. Plus, as I am researching other channels, I'm excited to put some of my new knowledge to use and get some of that thrill of the hunt and be like, ooh, I scored this. This is good. So wish me luck on finding out how much that Fransican atomic styled plate is. And yeah, so hopefully I'll get to go thrifting again this weekend. That's the goal. I would love to meet up with my sister or my mom or both, and hopefully get to go thrifting. So we'll see how that turns out. And maybe if I get brave enough, I could take you guys along. If that's something you would like to see, I'm willing to do it. But kind of torn on that because my thrifting is not usually for crafting. So if that's something you are interested in, let me know. I'm happy to do that. I don't think I could handle a second channel. I toyed with the idea of another channel and calling it Sweet Tea State of Mind. But shortly after, I met Samantha with Sweet Tea and Grace, and I was like, no, I can't do that. So I never launched that channel. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed thrifting, and you guys let me know what you think. I'll see y'all in the next video. Much love.